Hey there! I am going to piggyback on what I talked about last week. So if you missed last week's video, be sure to go back and watch it, because this week we're going to talk about thoughts that improve your business. We all want to improve our business, right? Well, if you watched last week's video, you saw how important it is to focus on your thoughts and your feelings instead of just always focusing on the actions that you do. So again, if you missed that video, go back and watch, because this week we're going to focus on thoughts that you can think that systematically improve your business. I'm Lori Reeves, founder and CEO of Brand Strength, and I help service providers develop their first or next high-ticket offer so they can get their life-changing services into the hands of the people who need them the most. Okay, so a quick recap. Last week we talked about the model and how the world works, right? There are circumstances. Your circumstances cause you to have thoughts, or that doesn't really cause you to have thoughts. You have thoughts about your circumstance. The thoughts that you have about your circumstance create feelings in your body. Your feelings drive your actions, and your actions produce results. So as we saw from our little demonstration last week, the same actions can produce different results based on what is spurring those actions on, right? So we talked about how it's important to think better thoughts so that you can take better action and get better results. So what kinds of thoughts should you be thinking? I have a list of a few. You can write these down. You can memorize them. You can revisit them. I recommend reading through thoughts that you want to think literally like daily on a regular basis before you get to work doing things in your business. I want you to read the thoughts that you have. Like, create a plan. Instead of a to-do list, create a thought list. Because if you can get yourself really to the point of belief in some of these thoughts. Now, I'll admit, when you're first doing this kind of work, it can be really difficult to believe these thoughts. So if any of these thoughts are completely unbelievable to you, don't try to get yourself to where you can believe them. Just find a thought that feels better than the thought that you're usually thinking when you're taking action, especially if you feel like you're not getting the results that you want, or you are hustling, or you're taking kind of confused action, right? All of that comes from the thoughts and the feelings that you're having, okay? So if you can't get to full belief in one of the thoughts that I offer you, how far can you get there? So Brooke Castillo is who I learned the model from, excuse me, and she has an example where she talks about somebody who wants to lose a lot of weight. It's not going to be easy for them to go from I hate my body to I love my body. That's a huge jump, okay? It's the same with you. If you're like, I'm terrible at business, if that's your dominant thought, it's going to be really hard for you to go, I'm a business genius, right? So if it's too big of a leap, then don't try to go that far. Try to go less far. So Brooke's example with weight loss is moving from I hate my body to I have a body. And just getting to the point where the thought, I have a body, doesn't feel negative, okay? We want it to either lean very neutral or positive. We don't want it to lean negative. So it'll defeat the purpose, right? So if you are trying to get yourself to believe, I'm a business genius, and what you're really believing is, I suck at business, I don't know what I'm doing, trying to get yourself to believe I'm a business genius actually feels worse, okay? So if you need to just get to, I'm learning how to be good at business, if that feels better to you, if that's neutral or more positive, then go there, right? Pick the thoughts that help you have a positive feeling. We all know what it feels like to feel positive, and we know what it feels like to feel negative. So just use your body intuition to know this thought feels good or this thought feels bad. Any thought that feels bad, we don't want to choose that thought. We want to go for any other thought that feels better, okay? So here are some thoughts that you could choose to incorporate into your belief to-do list, okay? One of them is, I am the best service provider of my kind. Now, again, as we have been talking about over the past few weeks, we've been talking about improving your service, improving the value of your service, right? If you don't actually believe that you are the best at what you do, why not? What could you do to fix that? How could you get yourself to the point where you actually feel like you are the best option for the people you work with? Again, that could be changing what you're doing. It could be changing exactly who you're working with. It could be changing certain aspects of what you're doing. Or it could just be sitting in belief that your clients get amazing results, you help them do amazing things, and you are the perfect person for that person, right? That's another one of those thoughts. I'm the perfect person to offer these services. The more you can believe that you are actually the perfect person to serve the people you serve, then you're just going to be sitting in that good, positive feeling every time you go to do something in your business. And when you actually think, I'm the perfect person to do this, you have much more confidence and people are much more attracted to you, and they start thinking, you're the perfect person for me, or you're the perfect person to do this, okay? Here's another thought that you can adopt. People need the services I sell. People need this. Another thing that this thought really helps you do is take the focus off of you. The focus comes off of you selling and you building your business, and it goes on to the people you want to help, right? People need what I'm doing. Another thought along these lines is it's my duty and responsibility to help people the way I can help them, right? Again, it just kind of takes it off of like, I'm trying to get clients, and puts it back onto, I'm trying to serve people and change the world. Another thought that I love is, my success is inevitable. Or another brand of this would be, I will be successful as long as I never give up, right? Just having that conviction will help you go, okay, this thing didn't work. What would work better, right? It's all about the thoughts that you're coming at all these actions from. The last thought that I'll offer you as a possibility is thinking through, what would the version of me who's making X amount of dollars, $500,000 a year, do? What would that version of me do in this situation? What would that version of me talk about on social media? What would that version of me say in an email to a client? What would that version of me do in this situation? I hope that you're seeing that these thoughts can be completely customized to you and where you are in your belief rainbow. It's not a rainbow. Paradigm. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Wherever you are in your belief, I just want you to continue to lean more and more positive, more and more toward feeling and believing that you are here to do what you're doing. You are the best person to be doing what you're doing. You have a purpose. You have an offering that people need and people want and people are looking for from you. And that's going to help you analyze everything that you're doing and have better ideas about what you could be doing, just because you're getting yourself into a positive mindset and making some decisions from there about what you'll do, and your motivation just completely changes, and therefore the results that you get completely change because of what you're thinking and feeling before you take those actions. I hope this is helpful for you. It's a little bit of a more woo-woo concept. I'm a little woo-woo, to be honest. So that's what you get with me. But these things make a difference. I promise you, your mindset means so much more. I know it means more than I used to give it credit for. I used to think that if I spent time on mindset when I had time that I could be doing things, that the time spent on mindset would be a waste of time. But what I have found now is that the time that I spent doing from the wrong mindset was actually the waste of time. So I want you to just embrace this. I want you to try a few beliefs on for size, see how they feel in your body, write a few down, spend some moments before you start working looking at your belief plan or your belief to-do list so that you can start from a positive place and make positive steps forward. Hope this was helpful for you. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. There's lots of information down below of where else you can find me, and I hope to see you again here next week. I'm going to piggyback.